Okay, I'm out on the river levee on Monday morning. This is the day some of the evictions are supposed to start. I'm going to walk down to the middle camp area here. And see if we can get a shot of that. There's the no trespassing sign that SMUD and Union Pacific posted on Friday, letting violators know that they will be prosecuted under Section 602 KPC. We were just looking for some official business, and it looks like we've got some here. You're not talking at this point, huh? Nope. Apparently not. They did give me a salute, though. I think the bandana helped. So, Costa Mantis, you're here with your trusty HD camera, your high intent to capture life as it unfolds. Tell me, what's your lens and heart and mind seeing out here?
Well, everything's in transition. It seems to be. It seems like people are on the move. But it's the same old song. This is what they always do. They set up and move and set up, and then someone comes by and says you got to move again, and then they move and set up, and you got to move again.
Yeah. What's the general feel with people that you've been talking with about it? Are they in apathy? Are they upset? Are they all right with it?
Well, people seem pretty strung out. I haven't seen anybody that's really, too happy about the whole situation. Everybody seems pretty stressed out. John!
Morning, John.
You moved up last night in the dark by the stealth of night before the full moon came up.
Yeah, I fell asleep yesterday afternoon. I think it was that turkey.
Oh, yeah, that little tryptophan.
Tryptophan thing. Yeah, they seem to think they're going to hit that back field on Thursday, too, but they never ticketed anybody back there.
Uh-huh.
And they don't have plaintiffs like they do here. They had Union Pacific and SMUD come out and do this, but they had no jurisdiction back there.
Right.
That makes all their other arguments fall apart.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, if SMUD and Union Pacific are not involved and they're still pursuing a course of eviction, then it's not about SMUD having to put in power lines. It's not about Union Pacific worried about their tracks.
That's right. That's right.
No, but it's always good to have a front man and a fall guy to point the finger at you. Well,
They're the ones that want it, so we're just going to support whatever they want.
So now they say they want to incarcerate everybody, and that's what caused all this in the first place.
Well, but John, they didn't say that at the task force. They said they don't want to incarcerate anybody.
Yeah, well, that's what Batman and Robin's saying this morning.
Yeah.
They think they're going to just load everybody up and head them off to RCCC.
And what's RCCC, John?
That's a man on security jail.
Okay.
I thought it was a breakfast thing like Power Rangers.
No, it's
a location?
Yeah, I forget what the consumer something or another.
All right.
Correctional.
County Correctional Center.
Something that costs money, though, a lot of money. To incarcerate 200 people is not inexpensive, and it's an indignity.
Well, and it's socially crippling as far as trying to get a job or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which is, that's the bottom line. People don't have the money to pay for rent. Why don't they have the money to pay for rent? They can't get a job. Why can't they get a job? Because they got a record.
Yeah.
They got a criminal record.
That's right.
That makes employment much more difficult.
Why don't they spend the money on a rehab program? have a work-related rehab program, and some people pass and some people fail and just go back onto the street.
Well, that might be a good idea. Of course, when you let prison systems think about work rehab systems, they're usually talking about a chain gang. And that's Joe Arpaio's little prison again.
Right, but let's not take a prison approach. Let's take a capitalist approach that says these people are, potential workers that we can, use to build projects.
And the other thing about that now is where are the potential jobs? They're not interested in trying to take people that are already unemployable and putting them back to work. You're going to have a hard enough time getting people that are ready to go.